You and your friend and play a little 2-on-2. If you do half of what I do, then you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Oh!
What do you say we send off the weekend with a great game of football, everybody? The stage is set. It is Sunday night primetime here on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday night primetime. Between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers.
Carlos Santos kicking off for Chicago.
Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And Sunday night primetime is off and running. Isaac Gurindo to return. And already we've got a loose football. And the fumble recovery is made. Neither offense has even taken the field yet. And already, Brock, a massive swing in this contest.
Yeah, think about it this way, Kate. If we didn't have the coin toss before the game and one team got the ball to start both halves, what an advantage it would be. And that's exactly what this offense has right now.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and got us off and running.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Staying grounded with Swift. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game. Not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. A draw now. This is Swift. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. These last two snaps they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. He's limited to a gain of about 3, which means they are well short. This is 4th down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 4-yard gain.
The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Santos' kick is good. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Maybe just a little disappointing with that good field position that it didn't yield a touchdown, but they moved the ball well. You got 3 on that scoreboard.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Gurindo to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
And the Bears take over 1st and 10. Their own 26-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
And partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Sent out of bounds after a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
First down, here's Swift. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find the throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
3rd down, and they go touch pass. He pushed for it, but they held strong. Gets it up to the marker, but got a yard away, it looks like. 4th down.
38-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play.
The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Gorindo to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Yellow. Get set. Get set. Yellow. 18. What's up? Up.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's throwing deep to the left side. Wide open downfield. Got it! Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers put 6 on their side as they reach the end zone. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point.
Lining up 40 extra points.
Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead.
Niners 7.
kickoff. Luther Burden now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Buying some time left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Williams. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
You're going to run here. Kyle Monunga. Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Williams from the gun. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. And that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
This our last play of the quarter. Third down. Here's Williams. That's got it, left side. And they'll get him down right along the line. So no gain is how we'll end the opening quarter. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. And they're setting up for what would be an impressive field goal if they can connect. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Galindo to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
118, watch out!
On the gun is Purdy. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Bears take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, you checked down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Going to run again with Swift. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
All about that defense there. Had them bottled up from the jump. Truth be told, probably lucky they even got back to the line of scrimmage.
third and a lone yard coming up.
What is quiet? What do you need?
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has the connection with Smythe. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Roma Dudes, a touchdown. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears push the lead to 2 scores now.
49ers 7. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Gorindo to return it. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears push their lead to 15. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Gorindo to return it. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
18, watch out. Stop.
Purdy on 1st down. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Tremaine Edmonds has it.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. The right side hauled in by Komet. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Running with Swift out of the gun. Oh, the football's loose. And the 49ers get to it.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, then they're going to give you a shot at punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment. Williams hit, and that ball's out. But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one, so they're keeping the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Here he goes, third and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And that hit right at the 10 somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Get set, get set. 18. Here we go, here we go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Man, he has already been burned twice in this opening half, Brock, and that probably should have been the trifecta, just avoiding his third interception.
Now, he's going to have to look in the mirror and make some serious adjustments here, because that third pick, if he keeps making these kind of decisions, that third pick's a coming. You cannot be this careless with the football.
San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 19 on that pickup. And that gives the 49ers the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Get set, get set. 18.
First down, Purdy to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's second and inches. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Might shift to the run here, third and inches.
Yellow. Get set, get set. 18. Stop.
To the air again, Purdy. Oh, sideline. They've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They'll stick with the ground game here. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
He's got it deep downfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
And with that one, you're going to see some salty, foul moods in that locker room. You hate all turnovers. But that one led to 3 points, and you hate those even more.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Toss play, Swift. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
What is going on?
Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
I can hear it now, Kate, before it even comes out of my mouth when I say anybody but a receiver or corner is the best athlete on the field. But I'm starting to really feel like these DNs in today's NFL game are the best athletes. And when you watch one chase down a play like that for negative yards, well, I'll make my case and I'll stand on that opinion.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. 3rd and long for him here. Drops it underneath, Swift. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 1st and 10 from the 32. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
33-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Get set, get set. Hot.
Going to run again with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
3rd and 6.
Outside. Stop.
To the air on 3rd and long. Kittle makes the catch. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Up.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
18. Up.
Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Yellow. Stop.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball left side. He was looking for Jordan Watkins that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they get a smidgen closer as it's down to 16.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. Declines the touchback, Brock, and they make him pay in a big way. He's tackled before he can get to the 20. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. This drive is going to begin with a run by Swift. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
One play action. Williams. He finds a Doomsday downfield. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Diamondor Lenore there on the stop.
And this is third down.
We've reached the end of the third on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Bears with possession and a fairly comfortable lead to begin the fourth quarter. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Ready to go.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
For the Bears.
He has it at the 13. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set. Yellow.
From the gun is Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Watch out. Yellow. Yellow.
Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Look at that power, deep left side. Big game downfield. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
Watch out.
1st down throw by Purdy. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
39 yards. That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Outside. 18. Watch out. Yellow.
Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. And he pushed for it. They managed to stop him at the 2. And dose of the hurry up here.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Purdy. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The 49ers can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown! All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter. Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust, and they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a 1-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Off the play fake, Williams. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Now here's Williams. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
A loss of 6 yards.
Defense is roaring here. Back-to-back sacks have him in a great spot to end this drive immediately. Tight end motioning right. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Back to throw it. Completed to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Get set.
Sending him on the dive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Now Purdy. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. Tremaine Edmonds has it.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Monungai. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Swift does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Swift. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it 4th and goal. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Santos' kick is good. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a two-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So the Bears take this one on the road. Man, this one is going to sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home